Let's see what else we have here. So the funeral. Um, car finance. Let's see. Dentist or chiropractor. Okay, let's think about this. All right, this is guys really, and I certainly appreciate you guys that are hanging out there, and I thoroughly enjoy hanging out there. And how are we doing on recording there, Mike? Because I know this takes a lot of bandwidth. Hopefully, we'll see if we still got still in the recording, but if not, I guess you get to benefit from sticking around. So let's talk about dentists, right? Who's searching the internet for Houston dentist? Who's searching the internet for Miami chiropractor? Right? Gino's asking, do people really put in their city in their search? Oh, you better believe they do. Gino, be careful what you read. Be careful. Because you know what? Your neighbor does it. I've had people all the time saying, oh, but you don't have to put a city. Google knows. Well, Google knows, but does your neighbor know? That's what you got to think about. We're not out there to please Google. We're not out there to please guys that are spewing their opinions on the web about the technology. We care about what your neighbor is doing. We care about what local consumers are doing. All right, so here's the thing. People are not necessarily looking for Houston dentists. They're not looking for Dallas dentists. They're looking for some kind of dentist. Chad saying that Houston best family dentist. That's one thing that always gets me. How many of you have watched webinars or anything on local marketing or local search, and they always use the example of best Detroit dentist, best, how many of you have seen that? How many of you ever typed that? If you're looking for the best, maybe you want to write an article on them. But I always see people use that as an example, and I used to think they used that as an example because it was easy to show how they got results on it or something. I don't know. But for me, if I was doing dentist, think about the real things that people are looking for with dentist. Let's say they're looking for Dallas, and then what kind of dentist? Children's. All right, how many of you have kids and take your kids to a different dentist than what you do just because they specialize? Sometimes they refer to them as pediatric. Oh, I got to spell that right, don't I? All right, I guarantee you get a much different result. All right, and then what about instead of pediatric dentist, all right, how many wimps out there do we have? How many wimps do we have out there? Gotta have the gas. Won't get your teeth cleaned without the gas. I can tell you. That's big time. All right? That's what people are looking for. I have a specific issue. I'm not looking for a dentist. There's a dentist on every block, all right? If I'm just looking for a dentist, I'm just going to look for one geographically close to me and not. But you want the people that are looking for a specific specialty, And you're going to get much different results. That's a good one there, Susan. After. Man, why can I not spell that right? All right, well, we got dentist emergencies, emergency dentist. Whole different group of people there, right? And not a whole lot of not a whole lot of places. So you see, if you go deep, all right, so stop thinking about getting Houston CPA or Dallas dentist. You want to go deep into the niche. You know, you think about attorneys. Let's think about attorneys. What kind of attorneys do you think you can help out there that people never think about? What's the big one that everybody wants to go after? The personal injury attorney. What's another attorney? The DUI attorney. Do you know how many specialty attorneys there are out there that would like more business? You know how many attorneys out there that don't make a ton of money because of the type of law they do? All right. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys put it in there. You know, bankruptcy, criminal, family law, real estate, divorce, eviction. Doug, eviction. That's good. All right. Well, let's think about family law. All right. But here's what I want you to think about. Go to speak to problems. Go speak to problems. All right. So a lot of you are talking about traffic. All right. You're talking about traffic. How many people think if you got number one for Dallas attorney, all your clients' problems will be solved? How much do you think it would cost to get to number one for Dallas attorney? All right, let's go deeper. Look at this, Jim. Very good, Jim. Do you think someone that's looking specifically for custody attorney, father's custody attorney, is searching for Dallas attorney? Or do you think they're digging to try to find a solution to their problem? Think about niches that everyone is ignoring. How about one you probably haven't heard a lot of? That's, guys, you don't, if you got one of these and only 10 people a month searched for it, why do you think they're searching for it? Because they need it. They're ready to buy. That's exactly it. I would take one that had 10 searches on it if 2 of them converted because of what it would do. You got to be careful of keywords. Any of you that watched my original Local Search Uncensored, you know that search tools can be deceptive. Let's Google Insights. All right, I'm whittling this down, and I'm going to whittle it down to United States. Gino says, so we have to start thinking like the customer thinks. Gino, you must be new to me because I've only been teaching that for the last 3 years. You must understand the mind of the local consumer before you can ever begin to think about helping a local business. What do you guys see here? We did a search term. Let's do the last 12 months. What do you guys see there? How many of you, when you see not enough search volume, and I want to make a point, all right? And believe me, I don't do this to pick on anyone, but I really want to answer a common obstacle. Bernard was asking about, can you end up working for a sub niche that is so specialized that it gets no traffic because it's too obscure? Well, I'm sure that's possible, but I bet you'll find a lot more gold doing that than you will fighting. The thing is finding the right subniche. All right, not enough search volume. How many people would look at that and say, well, that's not worth pursuing? I had a client that generated, I think it was over $260,000 in fees in 2010 from a search term that got not enough volume to show graphs. Is that a value? Is generating over $260,000 in fees from a niche that had not enough? Let's go wider. Let's just look at the whole all metro. Still nothing. Let's look at the whole freaking country. Not enough search volume to show graphs. How many would write that off as a unprofitable niche? If you were doing general internet marketing, if you were out there and you were throwing crap against the wall to see what stuck, then yes, ignore this. This is a horrible, horrible search term. But if you have a client in your city that provides this type of loan, and there are a handful of real estate investors in that city looking for that kind of loan, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? They're going to own the whole freaking page and they're going to get every bit of that business. That's what's going to happen. Just take off the blinders. Take off the blinders. Do you care if you're servicing a very tight niche? No. If you're just up for a fight and you love the competition, then do what you do. Very good. All right. So let me ask you. So do you get the concept, the principles? That's what I want to make sure is that you get the fact that there are lots of businesses out there that need your help. There's lots of ways for you to help them in ways that you may not have considered. So all I want you to do is to just kind of open up your options. I'm not saying you have to go out and learn everything. You have to go out and learn Facebook. You have to go out and learn the Google Plus. You don't have to go out and learn all this stuff. There's so many ways. But what I really want you to make sure you understand is that being on the front page of Google is not the only way for you to help a business. Does everybody get that? Can I get an amen on that? That Google, being on the front page of Google, is not the only way for you to help a business. All right, beautiful. Haha, Mary. I won't put that in because I don't want you to all of a sudden have a bunch of competition, but you get it. You get it. All right, guys. Well, I think, what are we at now? Holy cow, what is this? Are we at 3 hours and 20 minutes? Now look at that, Mary. That's a perfect. So Mary went after a very, very, very sub niche, a niche that probably none of you have ever thought of. She got it. She dominated it and got a $2,000 bonus above because of what she was able to do. And Mary, let me ask you, it was probably the easiest SEO you ever did, wasn't it? Gino's asking to share. I'm going to step in and you know, I don't mind sharing my niches, but I'm very careful when members and students share their niches, because I know that when I've shared niches and I share websites, they all get hammered. Now look at this. This is Mary. Okay, perfect, Mary. So listen to how Mary did this. She built 11 landing pages around the niche with different keywords. Man, I wish I would have thought of that. So I'm telling you guys, the guys that are making a killing out there in local, man, they're afraid to talk to me. You know, I don't share their stuff, but there's guys out there just making a killing by being able to think outside the box. I'll tell you, hey, Mary, a couple of questions people have here is, you know, was that all one single domain? How many different URLs were you doing that? I will tell you, for the particular niche that she was looking at, I would have all done it under one single URL, but I wouldn't necessarily get a unique domain name for each one of those landing pages. Oh, she just did backwards. She pointed. She says she pointed 10 domains to one site. Oh, or rather, yeah. Yeah, Ryan, that's the way I would do that. Domain.com/landing page 1, landing page 2. That's Marcus is asking about share a one off of Mary's idea. I'm not sure what you mean. Like an example using a different niche. Yeah. So. She says now they're opening a new warehouse because of the additional business she's bringing in. Yeah, that's good. So an example of this is if you had a company that does something really kind of unique, that there's an industry for, but just not a big industry, you know, albino guinea pig farming or something, you know. If that's a niche and there's a market out there, It's easy for you to dominate a market, and even though you may not need a bunch of traffic, but if there are just 10 people out there looking for albino guinea pigs and you're the only one they can find, guess who they're buying them from? So that's what I mean when you go after some of these unique niches. Anytime that you have something unique, don't, just like I demonstrated, don't go after and make your decision based on traffic volume. Make your decision off of, is there anybody out there with a need for this that are ready to buy? You know, I always use the example, how many people you think search each month in your city? I need to, you know, I cut off my thumb, I need to get it reattached. How many people you think are searching for that in your city? I cut off my thumb, I need to get it reattached. Well, if you did that, do you think you'd get every single person that typed that in? Do you think every one of those people were ready to buy? So that's what I mean. It's not about search volume. It's about the metrics. It's about the ratio of buyers for your product. You know, you don't have to. You know, a lot of people that come into doing local internet marketing, they have, one, the benefit, and two, the curse of having internet marketing experience and knowledge to some degree. And the problem is, you bring the experience and the knowledge, but you also bring the baggage. And it's a much different game. It's a much different game. So don't bring the baggage of, I need the most searches. That's not what it is. You don't need the most searches. You need customers. Many men have gotten fat from eating the crumbs that have fallen between the cracks. Right? You don't have to compete with the giants, because there's plenty left that you can make a killing on. All right, guys, and I know there's still some things flying through here, but my eyeballs are fried. My eyeballs are fried. Let's see. You know, yeah, let me try to read this. I need to change my font. My good. Brad, man, I hadn't seen your name in a while. Traffic generation strategies is the last things that they do. Yeah, listen to this, guys. Brad, the last thing he does is traffic generation strategies. The first thing they put in place are pieces to increase the conversions of the visitors to leads. It's when those pieces are in place that the traffic generating strategies really shine. That's absolutely right. That, you know, a lot of people do it completely backwards from that. Let's start getting the traffic, and then we'll start working on converting it. You know, why not convert, you know, work on the traffic that's already coming in, get that tweaked and ready to go, so that when you do start working on traffic strategies, you get the highest, you know, expectation of success out of that. Beautiful. All right, guys. Yep, definitely check out. I appreciate you guys hanging out there. Yeah, Brad, that's yeah. He's saying plus that really makes the difference in the success of the business has with their offline marketing. Yep, absolutely. Guys, please let me know if you want to throw in the question box what you thought of the training. And let me know what do you think of the value that you're getting in being in my programs, because I want to practice what I preach and giving value to your clients, giving value to your local community. And I want to make sure that I'm giving you that value back as well. So fantastic. Very good. Awesome. And I hate to disappoint. I saw lots of people asking, hurry up and get to the pitch. What am I selling? So sorry to disappoint you today. But if you really want to buy something, maybe send it an email and we'll scrape something up. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah, everybody wants to buy into Mary's niche is what the let's see. Bernard. Yes. Bernard's asking about the Leverage Summit in Austin. I guess there's a Eric Louvier and Job Crusher guys are doing a Leverage Summit in Austin, and I do believe I have been invited to that to speak at that. So if any of you guys are going to be at the Leverage Summit, then definitely make sure and stop by and say hi. I'd always love to meet guys. And if is anybody going to be at the Traffic and Conversion Summit next week by any chance? I'll be up there. Both Robert and I will be there at the Traffic Conversion Summit if you happen to be going there. All right. Art, let's see. Actually, if we have cash, should we purchase Optimized Press? That's for local pages. I don't think that's necessary, and I don't think you necessarily have to use one or the other. The squeeze page, and actually right now we're going through a big thing with programmers to try to update that squeeze page generator to add some more features to it. But I think there's a lot of options in between Optimized Press and the free. My free squeeze page generator is really to engage, get people to engage and get it done and achieve it and get it out there and grow. There's a lot of things, and maybe that's what we'll do. Is I'm actually going to do a little training on the Expand to Web product, the local biz theme that Expand to Web comes out, that they have out, because I'm really falling in love with that theme. But depending on what you want to do, there's lots of different themes to choose from. But if you're dealing straight local, I really do like that Expand to Web theme. In fact, if you want to think about how versatile it is, it's actually what the Offline X Factor blog is using right now. It's the Expand to Web local business theme. So I actually have that on a few clients' sites now, and most people that I take on right now, that's kind of the default unless there's a specific reason to use something else. So I'm sure I'll be talking about that soon. I'm not sure how much to Expand to Web. I can't remember. They have different developer themes or something like that. I've actually talked to the guy that puts that out. Really smart guy. In fact, I did a call with him on just the general mistakes that are made with local business websites, and I'm trying to get him to put some kind of discount, if even if it's 10% or anything, for my subscribers. So I'm trying to play with it. Multi-site art, you have that already for you bought it. Have you played with it? Man, don't give up on it, because there's quite a bit that can be done with that. I really like it. Really like that theme. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah. 247 is what people say. That is expensive. Absolutely, it's expensive compared to a lot of themes out there. but I'll tell you, as far as for the needs that I've found with a lot of local businesses, it really meets it. Especially kind of with the built-in Facebook pages and the built-in make simple mobile landing pages. I'm a pretty big fan of it. So definitely not telling you, if you haven't done anything or don't have a client that has a use for it, don't run out there and buy it. I'm just saying, if you're looking for something, you might want to take a look at it, just consider it. All right, wonder how you changed the look so much. Yeah, see, that's the trick. I think that's what I need to do. I need to show people how to do that. That'd probably be a pretty good bonus, wouldn't it, if I actually promoted that out as a promotion, kind of put a bonus on how to tweak that and change it up, because I've done some very, in fact, they've taken some of my ideas and I think incorporated it into their training and perhaps templates, because I have some that are I've made some landing pages out of that with no menu bars or anything like that they haven't done, and I've made some suggestions to them to create options of no menu bars, that kind of thing. So Bill's asking, for local lead generation, I still recommend the theme in the members area. Yeah, well, I recommend, there's lots of themes that you can use. That's a theme that I want to give to people, so you can go out and do it right away. You don't have to spend any money to do it. You can put it in use. I have that theme in use on several sites, and it was built specifically for me around the principles that I wanted to use. So yeah, if you want a place to start and you don't have a preference, then that's a great place. However, there's people that use the local biz theme. There's people that use Thesis. I use Thesis on some stuff. It just depends on your preference. So so do I recommend that the local lead theme? Absolutely. If you don't have any other preference, or you're not used to anything and you want to get a lead site up with local lead generation principles up, and you're going to get it up quickly, then you bet. That's what I recommend. Believe me, there's as many. Everybody has their favorite WordPress theme that can do cool things with it. So I'm not to hear say this one's better than this one or that one's better than that one. It's just there's some things that I've done. Some things I don't use any WordPress. I've had some. Oh man, I got to stop. I got to look at my whiteboard of the stuff I have up here. All right, guys, my eyes are definitely fried now. I can't believe how many of you are still on here. Are you really there, or did you fall asleep? I don't know. All right, guys, we'll have fun. We'll get this replay up over the next few days. If any of you are in Austin next week at the Traffic and Conversion Big Summit, hunt me down. If you're going to be in Austin in February at the Job Crusher Leverage Summit, look me up there. I think I'm speaking at that one. But I always look forward to seeing you, but you got to take a picture and send it to me. So, all right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging on.